Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Hypnotique and this is Vintage Story, and I'm on 1.19.5 now. And yes, I do record a couple of weeks out, so 0.5 has been out when you guys see this for a little bit, but this is my first recorded episode with the new update. I don't know a lot about it because I haven't really been paying attention to the 0.5 one, but I will be reading up on that probably this afternoon. You guys, I have some exciting news. I do. I have some exciting news. Number one, all I have been doing in the last couple of in-game days is playing with iron. Basically, I did all of the blooms we have and I made an additional iron door. As you can see, we've had a very nice wind. Very nice wind. So that has been nice. I did all of that and minus the 12 or whatever it took to make the second iron door. But this is what is the most exciting. Look at that. It's done. And I also thank you to someone in the comments last time. I will put their name up here. They told me that when you want to make a stair modular, you need to put it in the crafting grid. This is primitive survival. You can put it in the crafting grid and it will change for you what you need. But that I really appreciate that tip, you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get this out. This is now what we're just gonna chop down the coffin and pick up all of this yummy stuff. We're gonna put the coffin back down, and then we can right click on this, crouch and right click, and it will tell us which ones are broken. Looks like we have that one that's broken. Put it in there, and then we can. Yep, so it's all ready to go again. So we can get the steel started again as soon as possible. But I do think that this requires a little bit of a special occasion because we now have reached our goal of our new world. So you guys, I've been on this map for over 288 hours now. This is my 4th or 5th season playing Vintage Story. I have a lot of hours in Vintage Story because I played for a very long time before I even started YouTube. I have thousands of hours in this game. I constantly learn something new and I'm constantly excited about everything that happens in this game. Like I've stated in previous videos, I'll probably be playing this game when I'm a little tiny old lady and my computer not able to do anything else. Don't know whether I'll still be doing YouTube videos then, but well, yeah, you can be sure I'll still be playing. But it is time now to go back to Acantha and Rainbow Rocks. Now, I do have quite a few new subscribers, and I thank you so much for being here. And I want to show you my 1.18 world. So what we did at the end of 1.18 is I teleported to 100k away and I started fresh. I brought steel tools with me. I brought everything I thought I could survive. So I've been living a posh life here in the jungle. Quite posh. But I have struggled with food mainly. But I am a very lucky person. I found three things of iron out there. I found bees right over there. And I'm sitting on top of this beautiful, beautiful grotto that I'm really looking forward to building up, and I will build up. And this kind of gives us a new perspective now, because we're going to be able to go over and have all the steel and all the iron that we want again with a beautiful forge, and we're going to go look at that. These blooms we'll take care of later. These have to go on an iron anvil, which we don't have over here yet. We'll have to make one. And we're going to put this charcoal away. Now you'll see why I have all of the seashells we've collected here. And you'll see why I have those in a few minutes. And then I also have a crate on a box on my back that is full of all the flower seeds. Because I think Rainbow Rocks might be the perfect place to grow the flowers. So, are we ready to go then? We need to get some food. Because all my food over there might be rotten. We probably have gardens that are ready, but it would probably be a good idea to have some food for our trek. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us some food, and then I think in the morning we will take off to see Acantha, check in there, and Rainbow Rocks. We'll plant some flowers there. So I'm looking forward to seeing my old 1.18 world, and then we'll strip what we need from over there. We're going to use them as those bases as resources to continue on our Evergreen grotto. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay, you guys, I spent the evening cooking and cleaning, making sure everything was taken care of before we take off. I'm realizing that my clothes are very tattered, and I've let that happen here easily because we are living in a climate that we don't really need warm protection. But I do think now that I'm going to be headed home, or headed to our first homes on this map, that I'm going to go ahead and repair some of my clothes before we go, because it is February and it's going to be cold in Acantha. So I'm going to grab this flax that I have and go ahead and repair this up a little bit. I am just left clicking with my flax on here. I'm not going to go ahead and do all of them up to 100% right now. And look at my gambeson. It is time definitely to repair it. So this is coming at a perfect time. And look at my green. I haven't eaten any green since we've been here. We need to definitely do that. It is still dark here, but let's go over. Oh my God, this feels so ceremonial. I do have food, and we'll be back. Evergreen Grotto. Oh, whoa. We are here. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, very first thing, let's go into creative and let's set this up so it goes to Evergreen Grotto. Every time I could put in another teleporter, I suppose. Every time we'll have to come into creative to change this, unless I want to set up multiple teleporters. So right now, actually, let's just leave it at Rainbow Rocks because we're gonna go over there. I might put in another teleporter. I'm not sure yet, but we'll just change it for now. So you guys, here we are in Acantha. It's snowy here. We live in a very, very northern climate here, and this is my kitchen. It's so beautiful, you guys. I have missed this so much. And look, hello Cat Mountain. There is Cat Mountain, my friend out there. Okay, so this is the kitchen. Let's say hi again. And these are, it's very cold here, so you can see that some of my food is still good. I've got some rotting pomegranates, but my pears are still good. I have some food here. I have some rotting pumpkins. Wow, that's 54% spoiled. Grain. Ovens. And my beautiful kitchen with my beautiful wallpapers and tapestries. And the mannequins, I think, are still broken. So if I were to click on those, we would DC. So I am not going to do that. We have a couple of temporal gears. And all kinds of pretty chests. Let's run upstairs to the library. I'm hoping that if you're interested in seeing the progress of this build, you can go back to the beginning of my 1.18 series. And we started with the very unstable versions, so we had to restart once, but that was kind of a fun experiment. So you can go back and watch those videos if you'd like. This is kind of the armor room at the base of the tower, and I have collected a bunch of different armors. Some of this is from the RA, from the Resonance Archive, weapons from Better Ruins, clothing rack, and all that stuff. This is a ladder to go up to the library, which I have collected a whole bunch of stuff from the Resonance Archive. And it is still incomplete because there are tapestries in here I'd really like to complete. Let's put the lantern on just so you can see it. It doesn't help. It's pretty dark in here. There's a large temporal gear. There's my Omok board with a little bit of pear brandy so we can drink and play. My aged children's toy, which is a gem. I love it. Locust head. Pumpkins. all this fun stuff in here. All my collecting that I've done over the years of being here. Because we are in year 2. My crystals and all my books from the Resonance Archive. Let's go look out at the patio. And there's some snow. And that is the forge down there. I don't want to jump. I don't want to die. That's the forge down there. We'll go down and look at it. There's the teleporter that goes to Rainbow Rocks and my tree farm. And bear country over here. We've killed several bears this way. Iron is out there somewhere. And of course, my Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I guess I should say it right. Edelweiss. So this is the library. Here we are at the transitory room. And then back down to the kitchen dining room. And then out to, down to the workshop. This is basically a Bricklayers room. I spent a lot of time on the mod Bricklayers, and you can see I have a lot of chests and different things I've ground up and mashed and all that. And then I have a whole bunch of different dyes that I've been working on here. This has just been a labor of love. I have all kinds of clay and things. Ooh, I might take these back to the grotto, because I haven't used them here. I definitely want to take back some malachite for a couple of chiseling projects. And then back here I have some glowing things that we learned about. Glowing glass and some chisel tools, glowing blocks. Oh, look at all that beautiful resin. I am going to take resin and fat from here because we also not only have this resin, look at the torch holders. This is just stuff this is my travel box. This is just stuff that's been sitting around. I think that's stuff that I decided not to take, but also look at this fat. Oh my God, so much fat, so much resin. Okay, we're going to be bringing that back and finishing our forge at the grotto. I have worked for all this, guys. I have. And then this is the storage area down here. It's very small, and then the tannery. I'm sure that we have all kinds of stuff going bad. Oh, look, we don't even have a cellar, but it's so freaking cold here. It's minus 15 degrees here. Do you wonder why I want it out? I definitely did. So we have all these hides here that are going to go bad, but look at all the leather. Tons of it. And then this is for repairing my iron chain. My iron armor, and then this is just a whole bunch of supplies here. Look at all the Jonas parts, the junk drawer. We still have yet to buy a Resonance Archive, a Resonance player. We do need to repair our black armor while we're here, so we have black cloth that we can do that with. So that goes down to here as well, which sends me to my place where I do bloomeries, lime, and my pit kiln area and the coke ovens. Right down here. And then this goes out to the bees, which are all going to be dormant right now. We have 2 big bee areas. You can hear them buzzing, but looks like they're all ready to be harvested, but we won't harvest anything until the spring because they won't rejuve. They won't and they won't renew their hives. This is my happy place. And more bees. And then this sends us to the front of the forge. Let's look back at the tower. There is my clock. Before we go into the forge, there's a cow. There's my clock. This is my clock tower, you guys. That is chiseled with chisel tools and the true chisel and the Jonas paintbrush. So there is the tower. I've put a lot of work into this place. So here's the forge. I did a little extra, made a few extra of these things to decorate with, but I haven't used them yet. We walk in here. This is kind of a little junkyard here, but if we walk in here, We have a beautiful forge setup, a fast forge setup. You can see it is multiplied, so it, you know, I don't know engineering stuff. I just know this works. We have a big gear coming down from a bunch of windmills up there. Okay, so we only have 4 windmills here. I thought we had more than that. And then it goes down, I might be confusing it with the Bohemian server, and then it comes down to this large gear, which comes off, another large gear comes off of that gear to increase the speed and torque and all of that good stuff. As you can see, this one is moving faster than that one. And we can do pretty well in even the softest winds here, which is nice. We have the forges over here and the tapestry. We have our pile of steel. Oh, how I've missed you. Look at that pile of steel. We need a treasure room here. Or maybe we just move all this treasure over to the treasure room there. I don't know. If we can get the forge going as well over there as here, then maybe. But this is the pulverizer, obviously. And the one thing we don't have automated really nice over here is the quern, but it is pretty fast. And I've been working on some things. And then we have the 2 steel ovens, which is awesome. And you can stay inside to fire them right here. I love my forge. I missed you, forge. So there's the iron anvil. We're going to definitely need to make another one. We have a fair amount of iron here. And we have a huge amount of iron in the ground here. We have another 14 blooms, but we have a massive iron mine right there. And it's bountiful iron, and there's still so much. So much. Then if we were to go over here, we have the farms. So this is the front of the tower. This is where we went in into the workroom. That goes into the workroom. And there's the kitchen. This goes over to the farms, and it looks like we actually have some stuff growing. Here's our trees that are dormant. They're vernalizing right now. They're vernalized. And then we still have some some produce we didn't pick. And everything is damaged. But we could pick it. Here's the farms. I think we have probably a lot of seeds here, too. And then over here we have our barn. Now, we did close this up because we had lots of escapees with one of the updates from 1.1.8. They learned to jump higher, so I had to enclose this out and stuff. And you know, a lot of people say they're gonna despawn if you have them in a room. They don't despawn right away, guys, unless they're in a cave or something. I mean, they get plenty of daylight here, and they'll tell you on their tooltip if they're ready to despawn. It'll say they're low light and they will die soon or something. So as you can tell, we have a healthy sheep population. These are Gen 5. We also have a healthy pig population. It looks as if somebody has died over there. I'm not sure what happened there, but... And they are Gen 5 as well. And then we have... Oh my goodness, so many chickens. Looks like we might have had a little cockfight. We have a little tiny carcass in there. But yeah, we probably should do some tending to some of these. These are Gen 7. Excellent. We do have cheese making down here. Let's, I need to eat, number one. Now, I still have not mastered blue cheese. Blue cheese is weird to me, and I don't understand why I'm struggling so much, but we did try. But here's some cheese. Look at that. It's good for so many years. Very nice. And we do have, oh, whoa, we have curdled milk. It's fresh for 5 days. So we could go ahead and put some salt in that. I think it's salt. We have a lot of salt. We found several salt pillars. I think this is salt now. You put 5 salt in there, we'll be able to make some cottage cheese. So we can catch up on that. I do have a little description here on how to make salt. I also have, or how to make cheese. I also have a tutorial that I'll try to put up right here. If I don't get to it, it won't be there. Sometimes I forget, but there's a little, I do have a tutorial playlist, and I have how to make cheese in my tutorial playlist. So cheese. Yes, and then I think I gave up on blue cheese. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm even gonna bother. Besides, guys, blue cheese is gross. I hate blue cheese. I hate blue cheese in real life. So that's it. And this is just a little hay left. I need to invite Dachi over here. So that is Acantha, you guys. I really want to redo the sheep pen. I did have a lot of problems with bears and things like that. This was to recapture some babies that got out. Anyway, Acantha. So before we leave and go to Rainbow Rocks, I am really quickly going to check on the seashells I have here. That's why I brought the seashells, because, oh, I meant to put that salt back. I brought seashells because I'm a collector, and I, as you guys know, I collect all kinds of things, and I have never, ever once ground up a seashell. I will go without backpacks. Even in Astray, Salty and I we don't have backpacks because we have seashells that we refuse to grind. But what we're going to do is I'm really quickly just going to look to make sure that we have these. There are 7 kinds of different seashells, seven colors, and 7 different types within each color. There's seafoam, there's dark purple, there's latte, there's cinnamon, there's plain, and then there is this turquoise. And it looks like I don't have any turquoise, but we do have some seafoam. So I'm going to go through these really quick and just pick out the ones that I needed to be added to my collection, and then we'll go down to Rainbow Rocks. Okay, I think instead of resetting this every single time, I think I'm gonna just take out this block and put in a new one, because that way I don't have to go into creative all the time to get back and forth. So we'll leave that one to the to Rainbow Rocks, and then we'll set this one to go to shoot. Can I rename this? Can I name this one Acantha as well? And then set this to Evergreen Grotto. Save. Acantha, this is Acantha, and that's Acantha. That should be safe, I think. So let's get rid of this and then get back into survival. Okay, so this teleports us to Rainbow Rocks. Let's go. And as you can see, this is why I fell in love with this place. In the winter, it is a beautiful escape. It's 14 degrees, about perfect. You guys, I love this place. This went from a translocator that I found, and it went all the way down here. And the reason it's named Rainbow Rocks is because in the translocator shaft that I built up, it has 5 different kinds of rocks in it, including limestone and chalk. So we will be taking some of that back. But that is my original translocator right there, and I have a trader right back there. And here we are. This is the cabin. This is basically where I farm everything. This is my farming base. I have bees and gardens back here. Whoa, and they're all like, look at all of that cassava, all of that rice. Think all the booze we're gonna be able to make from all that. Peanuts, everything. Okay, so these are cold damaged because it is winter here still. And then we'll go into the cabin last. I have fruit trees all around, all of which have bared fruit and are amazing. And the reason I grew them here is because of the temperature, obviously. This is like the Goldilocks zone here. It's the Goldilocks zone. I have pomegranates and oranges and lychee and all those beautiful trees. I don't think I do have an olive. And then this goes down to the she shed. You guys remember the she shed? Look at that. The she shed. I'm glad we're here at night. I absolutely love my she shed sign. So back here, while we're outside, this was my flax farm, and it still and it was out of potassium. So I went ahead and planted a whole bunch of nitrogen crops in here, and they are all done. It looks like we do have also a lot of flax. Let me put on a lot of flax here as well, so that it's ready. No more worries about flax. And the amaranth, which is beautiful. That's the amaranth. And then over here, this was my flower garden. And what I mean by flour is making flour for the booze, like spelt flour, amaranth flour, all of that. But then when it ran out of nitrogen, I put the flax back in it. So we have a metric shit ton of flax. And then this is the berry garden. We have all kinds of berries in here. And this is all to support the she shed, because the she shed is where we make our booze. Enter the she shed. So here, oh God, you guys, I love this build. This has got to be one of my favorite builds ever. We have the 2 distillers, and we have the automated quern that is entirely too slow. We need to upgrade this to make it faster. And all the grain has gone bad. I figured that's okay. That's okay. But we have so much booze, you guys. Look at all these beautiful brandies. And then this is the place we sit and enjoy the fruits of our labor in the She Shed Lounge. We have the top shelf stuff over here. We have some blueberry brandy and some white currant brandy. And then up on these shelves, we have some more of the rarer ones. We have apple brandy. And I think cherry. Yep, that's cherry brandy. And then what is this one? That's pear. That's very rare. So, and then of course we have peanuts over here to snack on. This is where all of the hardest stuff is. We have cassava vodka, sake, rye whiskey, amaranth whiskey, and spelt whiskey. This is the hard stuff. Then back here, we have a couple of greenhouses. And of course, they're probably empty right now. Because even in the even in the warm climates, it's really nice to have a greenhouse in the wintertime. And looks like we have some pineapple that is finally done. We didn't wait for that to be done, so we can make some pineapple brandy now, and that will be top shelf as well. And then down here is our little cellar. This is where we make compost, which we have a lot of. As you can see, we are making vinegar in here, and this is where we will also make some aqua vita for we have rot because we have let some of our alcohol go bad. But this is where we'll make some aqua vita for our potions as well. And we probably have lots of rot in here. Yeah. So we have a little bit of cleaning up to do in here. And I probably should go ahead and distill this orange cider so it doesn't go bad as well. And take the vinegar and put it in one spot. So we'll have to decide what we want to turn into aqua vita. We always had a bear back here, a black bear. I don't know why my gate's not working. That's kind of strange, isn't it? My gate wasn't working. Let's try to put it back up. Very strange. There we go. We always had a bear back here. Black bear. I haven't heard him though since we've been here. So this is the cabin. It's a little dark, but I love this cabin. I spent a loving, nice, warm winter here building this cabin away from Acantha and away from the snow. And we found some pretty special mushrooms and flowers and things. If anybody needs to know, these barrels, these planter barrels, barrel planters are from the Bricklayers mod. They're wonderful. And this is where I lost my cats. I was very, very sad. I don't have the cats mod anymore. But here's the cabin. It's very small, but it's just to service the basic farming that I do here and booze making. And the little kitchen. These beautiful tables came out of one of the better ruins. And there's a cow. Hello, Mrs. Cow. How'd you get in here? I'd really like to know how'd you get in here. We have lots of candle making opportunities from here. And I just love this floor too. I chiseled this floor. This is a homage to all the rainbow rocks here because these are all of the different colors of the rocks in this area. And then upstairs here is just a little cozy bedroom with some armor and my shoes and a pretty little scribe table, which I can make now, which is cool. And then it goes out and down back here to a cellar, which is the workroom. We haven't made a big storage area here just because we don't live here year round, but here is the storage area and the cellar. And I don't know if anything is still good here, but compost, honey, and a lot of rot. Other than, of course, the soybeans and the grains. So we do have some cleaning up to do because we have been gone. You guys, this took me 200 hours in game and I'm at 288 now. And we have, so that means we have about 88 in-game hours in our 1.19 world, which I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And I expect to spend a lot more time, obviously. The majority of my time will be spent at the grotto. As we're gonna finish that build. Why aren't you looking at me, Hypi? Look at me. Hypi. Hypi. I don't know what she's doing. But we're going to be spending the majority of our time at the grotto. But we're going to use both Acantha and Rainbow Rocks as resources for us. Not only for candles, for fat, for food, and storage of food. We can store our food at Acantha, and because it's cold, and we'll be able to store things a lot longer. So guys, that was a nice reminisce about our 1.18 world. I love it. This is my favorite map that I've lived on so far. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time. I'm going to harvest the flax and I'm going to plant the flowers. I just did /wgen POS climate to see what our average yearly temperature is here. And you can see that it's 19.7. And I think the flowers might do really well here. It's currently 9 degrees, so they might be a little on the cold side, but a lot of these go cold resistant until 0. So I think that this would be a good place to plant our flowers. It might be a little cold here right now, but I think it's better than any other place we have. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I'm going to harvest the flax. I'm going to harvest those things over there in the flax bed. I'm going to replant flax because we need flax always, and plant some flowers. So I will be back once I have some of that stuff done. And then we'll think about what we need to gather for our build at the grotto. Okay, you guys, I have done all my chores. I picked those two fields of flax and planted the flowers. Oh, look, some of them are already going to be hurting due to the heat, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, I think that this is going to be the best Goldilocks zone for us. The dwarf vers is hurting a little bit because of the heat. I didn't even pick this flax yet. And I did go ahead and pick everything over here. And then I planted, I replanted flax where I could, and then I planted the heather here where it was low K. So we are pretty good. The other thing that I did was I cleaned up all of the rot. There was a lot of it. I have 2 barrels of rot going in the cellar. And I have many barrels of rot going down here. These are all rot barrels. And it looks like I can add a little bit more to this one and get that one going. Yeah, so these are all rot barrels. I'm going to go ahead and put... I might start a couple more. It looks like I could start one more. So I'm going to go ahead and start another rot barrel here. And then we'll just put this rot in here along with some compost that was gathered up over there. So if we ever need to make terra preta, we have so much compost it's not even funny. I did distill the orange cider that was in here, and I juiced the pineapples and put them in here. So I got pineapple juice started, and then I condensed all the vinegar. The other thing I did was I took the only 2 liters of spelt ale that we had, I distilled it again, and I made aquavita. So I think what we'll do is we will take this bucket back with us of aquavita. It's not much. Maybe we should go ahead and sacrifice another one of these. You can only distill the spirits in this to make aquavita, not the brandies. The orange brandy is right there. All the top shelf stuff is over here because I don't have a lot of the orange brandy. So these are the top shelf ones. I think that's all I'm going to do right now for aquavita. We will learn more about how much it takes to brew some of those for the potions, but for now I think we'll just take this one bucket. All this flax I need to take back to the critters. I did refill this with all kinds of grains so we can have more flour. I didn't show you guys, these go down into containers right down here. I did empty them out already, but here they are, and they fall down into these that you can reach down below here and take them right into the the wine room. Anyway, so I think we're done at Rainbow Rocks for now. I think any other blocks that we need, we can probably get from Acantha. But I'm going to double check before we take off. This is all of the flax I got. It's a ton. And these are the seashells that I want to go back to the grotto. And then I did find a couple of display cases that I would like to drop off at Acantha. And I found I want to take the pineapple seeds with us so we can grow those at the grotto. And I did have an unfortunate event with a cow, so we're going to be bringing those back because I had to kill him. Or he was going to kill me. We're going to go the long way back. Let me grab these. We're going to go the long way back so I can show you the tunnel. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take this beeswax as well. We'll leave the fat here. We've got a stack of fat. And I think we're done. I think we're done at Rainbow Rocks for now. That goes back to Acantha, but we're going to go the long way. It feels so good to be back. This is my giant charcoal pit. It works really well, and I have all this potential charcoal right here. So that's why I put the charcoal pit here at Rainbow Rocks. I can take down 1 or 2 of these redwoods, fill this puppy up in a matter of no time. I've been collecting the redwoods in places that are not so obvious. The other thing that I should show you before we completely leave, and is my boiler room. Now, Solston, I know if you're following Solston, he set up a boiler room. And I did set one up a lot like his. Almost exactly like his. And it is right over here. I did make a road. It would be faster if we got on the road. Right now, my temporal storms are turned off. And that is because I feel like they're a drag. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really like them. In this survival playthrough, I'm not worried about that kind of thing, so I don't want to deal with them when I don't have to. Oh, look, there's a bear. Let's try to get that bear, because we would like to, not deal with him. Where'd he go? Hello? There you are. Got you. Look how easy that is compared to cold start. I'm such a big baby in cold start, but here, you are no problem. I mean, yeah, he got me, but I have armor and I have the power. I have the power here. Where I want to see if I can get the rest of my... So that bear that I was telling about earlier must have moved over here. Pick up as many arrows as I can. Okay, so here's the boiler room back before we were so rudely interrupted. So this is on, I copied this from Solston, and you guys can go check out Solston's video. Anyway, he devised this boiler room. It works great during temporal storms and is a great way to get some gears if you're really needing them. Anyway, the boiler room. So with Acantha and Rainbow Rocks so connected, it was easy for me to run back and forth. Maybe now I could turn them back on and we could deal with the temporal storms again. But right now I'm just not feeling it. I mean, they're more a bother. I have I'm getting the temporal gears I need. So we're going to keep the temporal storms off for now. Okay, let's go the long way back so I can show you the route and the rainbow of rocks. Okay, so here we are back at the cabin, and then we go straight over to the TL. There is my friend. You can see the light from, I think it's a treasure hunter. Furniture trader. And then we're going to go down through the TL shaft here, and we're going to remind ourselves. So there's sandstone, shale, limestone, which we need to decide whether we're going to get, slate, peridotite, and andesite. And as you can see, I've been using the shaft to mine all those different things for my builds. Chalk is also over there. I also have... there's chalk around here somewhere. In one of the holes over here as well. And then we go this way. There's often a bell living down here, but I don't hear him now. He's my pet bell. And then this is where we landed in this little medium spot where we had a little house. We called it the Love Shack. And we lived here for a while. There's a big ruin there, and we looked around. And then I immediately found, this is actually the one we came in. I immediately found this one to the redwood base. So And you can see it's still named the Redwood Base on here. I haven't been at this location in a long time, but it is a kind of a halfway stopping point. So then I built this tunnel between the two TLs. Acantha and Rainbow Rocks are separated by 2 TLs normally, and then I built this great big tunnel and I chiseled it. Bauxite, I love it. I love bauxite. I don't like to decorate with it, but I sure love it for obviously for obvious reasons for steel, and I have been collecting it right in here. So there's my handmade tunnel, and we go back to Acantha through this one, and this is what I consider the long way. And here we are back in the cold, and you can see why. And so this is limestone as well. So we have limestone. I think we're going to gather limestone to take back to the grotto. I do have chalk at the other place, but I think limestone is good. And then look at, I haven't even bothered with the sulfur because I found so much, but there's some sulfur. It's crazy. It's crazy the gifts I've been given on this map. This map is amazing. The seed is in the description of the video. And there is the tower and Acantha again. Well, guys, there was one other room I wanted to show you in Acantha before we take off. So let's go up and look at that. I'm in the library, and I don't know if I don't know why, I just forgot to show you. This is my spiral staircase, and it goes up to my bedroom. So if we walk up here, you can get up to my bedroom. And I have done what I think was something cool. Before I knew about chisel tools and the Jonas paintbrush, I chiseled pumpkins in October and November when we're allowed to chisel pumpkins, and I made a little stargazing area in here. So this is my bedroom. You can see that my gear is very upset because I have been harvesting some lime down below. I did decide to cut this time I have spent. Whoa, the snow is deep. I have decided to spend this the time in Acantha and Rainbow Rocks into 2 episodes just because I have spent a little bit more time and the video has gotten a little long. I'm throwing snowballs. Did you guys know you can throw snowballs? Woohoo! Yeah. So guys, it feels super good to be back in Acantha and Rainbow Rocks. I'm going to continue next episode, kind of the stuff I did after I got back to Acantha, and then we're going to head back to the grotto. So take care, you guys. See you later, and I will... Oh, she's throwing snowballs at you. It doesn't... Oh, there. It almost hit the camera. Oh, can you see it flying? There you go. I can't throw that last one. Why can't I throw the last one? Weird. Weird. It's like I have infinite snowballs. Okay, guys. Take care. Oh, there it goes. Take care, guys. See you later. Thanks so much for being here. See you next time.